Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-May 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Libra. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get into it. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of May. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But Libra, let's go back to this column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So kind of validation of those recent events. We have the card, I am cherished. I love this. This is knowing that you're loved, that you're valued, you're appreciated, you're really feeling cherished. Again, this is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So hopefully you've really felt that energy the last few weeks or month there, Libra. Let's go ahead and take a look though at what cards we've got here. Okay, first up we have the Fool card. The Fool card's the first card in the Major Arcana. This is fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. So something new that's underway. I do feel like for some of you this could definitely be a new relationship. In general, this is a new opportunity. I like the way that it's feeling though. It's really promising. I'm glad you decided to go for it. And I feel like you're feeling valued, appreciated, cherished in this new opportunity as well, which is super important. The next card that we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is very much so a long-term card. This is strategic planning. It's like we're planning what's going to happen with this new opportunity, which I like. This is also like here to stay. So again, if it's relationship or opportunity, I think it's something that's going to carry on for quite some time. This is also a card of like respect. So in addition to feeling valued, loved, cherished, this is very respectful energy too. Potentially some of you could be in a leadership role because the Emperor is very much so about like leading forward. But nice pairing with the Fool and the Emperor there for sure. And at the bottom here we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is also that kind of strategic long-term card. So again, whatever this new opportunity is, it seems like it is around to stay, which we love. Let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers though and see what other information I can give you. First up we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. If you've listened to my readings before, you've heard me say that a million times, I'm sure. But the Ten of Cups is like the card of everything wonderful. This is total love, contentment, support, truly all things good. We have a nice full rainbow of cups here, a happy couple, kids playing. There's a house in the background. There's running water. Everything's nice and green. It's just like true contentment. It's kind of the ideal, perfect situation. Again, so this new opportunity, this new beginning is super, super promising here, Libra. So I love to see that. There was something else. Oh, contentment. Again, kind of on my soapbox here with this card. When I was younger, I didn't really think that contentment was that special. I knew that we all had different definitions of contentment, but I realize now that it can be really hard to obtain contentment. So for that reason, I definitely love the contentment piece that comes here. The next card that we have is the Death card. I always like to mention this does not actually mean death, but it does indicate some sort of change, some sort of transformation, some sort of growth happening here. It's big changes. It's an ending to something, which makes sense because we have the New Beginnings card. So it's moving forward. With the Death card, it's like the grass is greener on the other side, so you can kind of see the sun poking through, the positivity poking through there. So definitely a necessary transition, so I like this. Not only was it time to make the change, there's a lot of contentment and happiness in the change. All in all, the new opportunity is really a good one, and it's here to stay. At the bottom we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. This is typically clarity. So if you're like, I think you're still getting information about how good this really is and how much we really needed this. And you may start to get information about what's ending and more information about this new opportunity. But I just see new information coming in there. But it's like greater understanding, I think, is the best way to put that there. Okay, Libra, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just what's coming for the remainder of May. We have the card Treasured. Oh my goodness. So we have treasured, we have cherished, treasured, loved, valued, appreciated, very much so in this same vein of energy. So I love to see that. I'm going to say it's probably still connected into that new opportunity, but let's see what cards we get here. What other information we could take a look at. Okay, first up we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of friends, family, celebration. I do again think for a lot of you this is a relationship, but it could be a friendship, it could be a new pet, it could be a new love interest, it could be connecting to a family member, but this is very relationship driven still. I do also see a celebration, and since it's the Treasured card, I think there could be a celebration for you this month coming, Libra, which is really neat to see as well. It's not like you're just going to a celebration, it's your celebration. The next card that we have is the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins is an interesting card. It has so many different meanings. I do think some of you could like have a cold or be having allergy issues this month, so just be really careful of that. Like, make sure you're taking good care of you, taking your vitamins if you have them, getting lots of rest. I do see like a small cold or like allergy type situation, so just be very proactive. Keep a focus on health this month. There also could be something that's causing a little bit of worry, but even that too, I feel like we need to self-care the worry, if that makes sense. Like meditate or make a list of pros and cons. So again, we need to be taking care of yourself here this month or the remainder of this month. At the bottom, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a card of being very supportive, being very tolerant, being very empathetic. So again, make sure we're taking care of ourselves. The Knight of Cups is also like our Prince or Princess Charming energy. It's like knight in shining armor. It's the ideal, perfect situation. So again, I do feel like there is a lot of new love energy here. We have the Cherished, Treasured. We talked about how I thought this could be a relationship, but definitely relationship driven. If not relationship, that proposal could also be an opportunity. So again, really continuing on this high, this good place with this new opportunity or relationship. So I like to see that. Let's take a look at clarifiers here. First up, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. It's things not going the way that we planned, so just keep that in mind. I always tell people, like, you plan A, B, C, and D, E, F happens. I feel like this could be like a surprise celebration, like, or a surprise party that you didn't know was coming. Not your traditional meaning of not going as planned, but just keep that in mind. The nice thing about the Tower card is like the end result is what matters, and the Tower takes you to the end result that you needed. So again, I just feel like something is not as planned, but it's not like a terrible Tower moment by any means. The next card that we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is something that we don't see coming. So again, there's something unexpected happening here. Just be aware of that. But I think, like I said, it's like surprise party type energy, truthfully. So it's not necessarily even a bad thing. It's just something we don't see. It's unexpected. This is also about trusting your intuition. So again, in terms of like not feeling good or need to rest, I feel like you very intuitively know what you need. It's like if you like usually take vitamin D and you know you need vitamin C or whatever it may be, or you're feeling tired, you're like, I'm gonna go to bed today, or I'm going to cancel that meeting the next morning and sleep in the next day. So really trust your intuition on what you need to feel better as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of like self-defense. I feel like with this opportunity or relationship, you're kind of like defensive, or like you're protecting yourself. You're trying to protect yourself here, Libra. So which isn't a bad thing. I think it's just different. So you're kind of in the not really trusting stage yet. So just be aware. I don't think there's anything more to it, but it's just like you're not completely sure. It's almost like too good to be true, but it is wonderful and true. So we'll see how that continues to evolve for you. Now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to money. We have a quick money message to start with. It's okay to miss money, but imagine how it would feel if money missed you. Do things to attract and seduce money. Like attracts like, make money want to be around you. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Libra. First, we have our Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles. This is something that we want that we don't quite have. This is like long-term security. So you're wanting more money. You're wanting more from your career. In terms of money, and again, that's a broad bucket of what this could be, there's a desire that's not quite met. So there's something you're wanting here. The next card that we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Again, I do feel like some of you are going to like move meetings around or maybe take a day off just because you're not feeling good. So definitely take that time to rest, retreat, renew, recover. One day or a couple days is not going to derail you. So if you're not feeling good, make sure you take time off here. The next card, or the last card we have here, is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is typically a card of love, but of course when it comes up in other columns, it could have other meanings. So in this case, it's very much so a card of partnership. This could also be a decision that needs to happen. I don't know if there is a new relationship coming in, but I feel like it's like a growing relationship. Something is further connecting you to somebody. I'm trying to pinpoint what it is. Like, maybe you have like a headache or something, and then you go to tell your boss and they're like, oh, I have a headache too. And for whatever reason, that like triggers this great relationship. I know that sounds weird, but that's the type of energy. So it's like something small and insignificant like really triggers this relationship to come forward. But let's see what other clarifiers we've got here. First up, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of being persistent. So again, there's something we want that we don't have here, and this is saying we need to stay persistent to keep working towards it. So I know that's not like the big hurrah message maybe you were hoping for, but it is hopeful at the same time. It's like if you keep working towards it, you'll get it. So whatever that desire is that's not yet fulfilled for you, be thinking about being persistent, continuing to push forward and work towards whatever it may be. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is again that card of teamwork. So I do think there's a new relationship kind of blossoming here for you. Again, something happens and it just kind of like ignites this relationship. This can also be a card of expansion. So again, that's that relationship growing. And this is a card of travel as well too. So you could just like, you know, maybe the days off you need are days off to travel. And that's that rest, renewal, recovery is through like a little mini vacation as well. So keep that in mind. Don't hesitate to take those days. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting or delayed success. You could have waited for this relationship to like kind of come through and seem valuable. So it could have had some sort of delay. Maybe it's just somebody you've never connected with and you've been around them for some time. Again, whatever this incident is, though, it kind of like ignites it, which is neat to see. Okay, moving on to our next column, which is our love column. Quick message here. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to those events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing soon will be revealed. Okay, in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card. There's a lot going on here. So I feel like this is going to be a busy card for you. You may not be able to like fulfill all of your plans and commitments. There's just a lot happening. You're feeling busy. Maybe some of you are feeling a little under the weather. This can be like non-committal too. So again, it's like I feel like maybe there are plans, but you may not uphold them all. we'll see if we can get some more information on that. But it's feeling busy, it's feeling a little hectic, and it may cause you to cancel some plans. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is, again, just not feeling very good. This can also be a card of like grieving or heartbreak. So I think, Libra, there's some healing that's still happening here. Maybe there's like an ex that we're still working through letting go, or some grieving, or maybe there is like a death or a birth anniversary that kind of is prompting some feelings here. But I feel like there's some healings and there's some low feelings. And again, that could be kind of what's making us cancel some plans too. And then at the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. This is feeling creative. I feel like some of you, I'm just going to throw this out as an example, try to do something really like crafty or creative when you're not feeling good. Like this could be journaling or sewing, or just something that takes your mind off of what's going on. You kind of like need to ground. So think of an activity that grounds you. Again, sewing and journaling are what I'm hearing, but there could be some other things. But I think that will help process and help with some of that healing too. Let's take a look at our clarifiers now. First up, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a very nostalgic card. It could be reflecting back on something else. This is also like an innocent card too. So it's like you didn't make these plans to intentionally then cancel them. It's just truly like things came up. So it's not malicious at all. I don't think it'll be interpreted as malicious if you cancel on any of these plans or kind of lay low these next few weeks. Again, it's coming through very much so as innocent here. So do what you need to do for yourself. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is like new project, inspiration, urge to create. Again, we need to like creatively channel some of these feelings. Maybe this is making a memorial, sewing, journaling. We need some sort of creative outlet to help us do some of this healing and process some of these events. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is again that card of desire for long-term security. In this case, I feel like we need to figure out what healing needs to happen kind of for the sake of long-term, if that makes sense. So it's like, how do we heal long-term? How do we heal so we can move forward? And again, that's why we're looking at this different type of outlet. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Libra. Now let's move to our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I Feel Loved. I am not at all surprised to see this. So we're cherished, treasured, and loved. Those are very, very all closely aligned. Like I said, not at all surprised to see it. Feeling that loved energy, treasured, cherished, valued, appreciated, all of those things. So we're going to top it off with the I Feel Loved card. But let's take a look and see what messages we've got here. So we have the Tower card coming up. We talked about the Tower card earlier. This is like unwanted change. We plan for ABC to happen, DEF happens. I hate to say this, but like just expect the unexpected. I feel like any plan you make is just not going to work out as planned. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing though, because with the Tower card we get where we need to go. But there's a lot of unexpected. The next card that we have is the Death card. The Death card is a card, again, doesn't mean death, but it does indicate those changes, that rebirth, that transformation. We are definitely in a period of change here, and in a period of where plans are just not working out. Definitely some repeat cards, repeat messages here. The nice thing, though, ending on a really high note with this Eight of Cups. So this is about moving forward, and the Death card is also about moving forward. So this is very much so the grass is greener on the other side. So hopefully we can embrace this transition, whether it was an opportunity or a relationship. Know that things are not going to go as planned, but it is very much so like advancement. I always tell people with the Eight of Cups, the grass is greener on the other side. Let's take a look at our clarifiers here. First up, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is like getting what you want. So again, with the Tower card, even though things don't go as planned, it's still getting us what we want, getting us where we need to go. And you're going to get truth and information out of this too. So again, you may go off a little off course with the Tower card and then you're right back on course. So this is very much so cause and effect too. It's like you already put in the hard work and the efforts to get to where you want to go, and nothing can derail that. So strong end result still there. The next card that we have is the Three of Pentacles. This is one we haven't had yet. Again, this is putting in the hard work. This is the skill, the craftsmanship that's driving this change forward. This is also very collaborative though. So this is teamwork, collaboration, working together. So you'll definitely have some support as we navigate through whether again it's that relationship or this opportunity. And at the bottom here, we have the Six of Swords. This is a nice cap. So again, that Eight of Cups was great validation. That's the grass is greener on the other side. The Six of Swords is a card that has a very literal meaning of like necessary transition. So this is you moving forward on the boat in a positive direction. So nice kind of echoing message there at the bottom, Libra. Okay, now let's take a look. I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the Ace of Spades. This is number 37 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the Five of Clubs. This is number 33 card. That's a yes. And question number 3 is the Five of Diamonds. This is number 28 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes for you there. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. Your crystal this month is citrine, which is good for new lease on life, self-worth, new joy for life, encourages you to follow new paths, which makes total sense. New paths definitely is a message here. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Libra, your healing note says, love creates miracles, heals all wounds, and purifies all energies. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Libra, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your May.